Hey guys, this is Fernando doing another video for the Modern Survivalist. In this case, I'm going to be talking a little bit about cold steel machetes, in this case the Kukri Machete. As I said in my previous video, I had this tree fall down, 20 feet tall tree, not huge, but still some of the branches were about the size of my forearm, a little bit less, like in between here, like that. It was a nice task to put some of these blades to a test. I first used the Bussy Bushwhacker Mistress, which, as I said in the previous video, just works as well as expected, as well as you could expect. But since I had the opportunity, I decided to put some of my other tools to a test. It's once you have some knowledge, once you have an understanding of different blade designs, steels, and using them for decades, you can actually have a very good idea of what that tool is capable of just by looking at it and understanding the kind of materials used in the construction, the different blade geometries and such, which works, which don't. You just look at them and you see, yeah, that's not gonna be working, and some others do. Yet there's still stuff you see from actual testing. In this case, yes, this Kukri Machete did work very well. It's a 1055 steel, does not have as much carbon as 1095 steel would, but it's still an excellent option for an affordable chopper. In my opinion, for affordable steels, 1095, 1055, those are good steels. 1095 is great, but I just feel it just rusts a little bit too easy for my comfort zone. I prefer 1095 is pretty popular and a great steel, and people like it better than some of the other ones like 1055, 1075 and such. But again, I feel that something like this is perfectly capable of getting the job done. After using it quite a bit, 1055, which is definitely properly heat treated, no doubt, because it had good air retention. It's not infi steel. Yeah, you know, it is not. You just notice that after using it, it does lose the edge a little bit more than in this case. But it's still very good. It's still not bad at all. I had been chopping some of the smaller pieces with this, some of the bigger ones as well, because I did using the same wood from the tree. I improvised a little bench so as to cut some of the bigger branches in there and do it from a more comfortable position. And yeah, the handle is very comfortable. The handle is actually more comfortable than in the Bussy, which is, it seems more anatomically correct or whatever, but again, the straight handle, this is a typical Kukri knife handle. It does work well, it is comfortable, it is easy to let go a little bit on the last moment so as to have that good momentum and let the weight of the blade do the job rather than just going down like that, like some sort of an axe. It is good, it is nice. The finish, well, of course, it has basically this paint finish, which for the price of this knife, what is it, 25, 30 bucks most? For the price of this knife, it is correct. You cannot expect much more than that. And again, 1055 steel, excellent steel. Guys, in general, cold steel machetes are great tools. Cold steel machetes, if you find a blade shape that goes along the lines of what you need, you will not be disappointed. There was a great deal a few years ago with the cold steel Bowie machete, which were made in China. Man, those were excellent. I have one of those, love it. Those were a great bargain for the price. These are made in South Africa. They're not as great as those Bowie machetes made in China, but they're still pretty good, still very good. You have to do this. I did myself. This work on the edge, I did myself, because as it comes from cold steel, it's actually quite bad. But with a good edge, and a little bit of knowledge of how to use one of these tools, these can basically replace, especially the Kukri can replace what you could come to expect from a hatchet, a small axe, a little hatchet. It is very handy. There was a little bit of wire there, and since I was chopping stuff already. I just cut through some wire without no visible damage to the edge. Nos, if you know this guy, Nos did a few torture tests, and one of those torture tests he uses one of these knives, and he's pretty surprised by how well it does keep up. I think that it's basically the steel. 1055 steel is kind of an underdog in the world of fancy knife steel, but it does perform very, very well. No damage to the edge, even if cutting wire. It does retain okay after a good amount of use, so certainly recommended. Look for a cold steel machete that kind of fits what you like, and pretty sure you won't be disappointed. Next, I'm going to be showing you some of the different saws that I got to try out, which one works the best and such, in this tool and some others. So guys, as always, consider subscribing. Take care, have a great day, see you in our next video.